You're ready.
Believe it or not, most kids plug into the world of television long before they enter school, according to the Kaiser Family Education. 2/3 of infants and toddlers watch a screen on average of 2 hours a day. Kids under age 6 watch an average of about 2 hours of screen media a day, primarily TV, videos, or DVDs. Kids and teens 8 to 18 years old spend nearly 4 hours a day in front of the TV screen and almost 2 additional hours on the computer and video games outside of school work. My major claim tonight is that children who watch excessive amounts of television every day can be negatively affected emotionally, physically, and mentally. First, I will talk about how television can affect children under the age of 18 in their schoolwork. Secondly, I will talk about children that watch lots of TV tend to be overweight. And last, I will talk about how television can affect children's behavior physically, emotionally, and mentally. My first claim, children that watch excessive amounts of television tend to suffer more in the classroom than students who don't. Academic achievement drops sharply for children who watch more than 10 hours a week of TV, according to the report, Strong Families, Strong Schools, from the U.S. Department of Education. In the same study, this report stated 3 factors: student absenteeism, a variety of reading material in the home, and excessive TV watching account for 90% of the difference in the average performance of 8th graders' mathematics scores. Watching TV also tends to replace activities that help school performance, like reading, doing homework, pursuing hobbies, and most importantly, getting enough sleep. One study done by the University of Michigan found that TV effects on education were long-term. The study found that watching TV as a child affected educational achievement at age 26. Watching lots of TV in childhood increased chances of dropping out of school and decreased chances of getting a college degree. A study done by Judith Van Era showed that 6th and 12th grade California students who were heavy viewers of TV scored lower on reading, writing expression, math achievement tests than students who viewed little or no television at all. Most children love to watch TV. American children spend more time watching TV than they do in school, according to Drs. Sieg and Dietz in Pediatrics. My second claim is that children who watch excessive amounts of television tend to be unhealthy and overweight. Children who consistently spend more than 4 hours per day watching TV are more likely to be overweight, according to the American Academy of Pediatrics. The problem of obesity has risen, and television watching consumes only a few more calories than sleeping does. Children who watch too much television don't get as much physical activity and don't explore hobbies, says the Family Education Network. All TV shows, even educational, non-commercial shows, replace physical activity in a child's life. According to Red Branch Health for Children and Young People, television watching reduces time available to participate in healthy activities and increases exposure to marketing of unhealthy products. Children who watch a lot of television have greater risk for a range of health problems. It is common for children to ignore their natural sleep rhythms and patterns when watching TV, which may result in daytime fatigue and other health problems. Girls who watch a lot of TV may be at an increased risk of getting an eating disorder because of image, and kids who watch TV tend to start smoking at an early age. University of Michigan researchers found that just being awake in a room with the TV on more than 2 hours a day was a risk for being overweight at ages 3 to 4.5. Children who watch TV are more likely to be inactive and tend to snack while watching TV. Many TV ads encourage unhealthy habits. 2/3 of 20,000 TV ads an average child sees each year are for food, and most are for high sugar foods. After-school TV ads target children with ads for unhealthy foods and beverages like fast food and sugary drinks. My last claim is that television can affect children's behavior physically, emotionally, mentally. Kids who view violent acts are more likely to show aggressive behaviors. But at the same time, these children can come to view the world as a mean and scary place. Symptoms of being scared or upset by TV stories can include bad dreams, anxious feelings, being afraid to be alone, withdrawing from friends, and missing school. According to the American Academy of Pediatrics, the average child will witness 20,000 violent acts on television by the age of 18. Kids may become desensitized to violence and more aggressive. Unfortunately, violence is often promoted as fun and effective way to get what you want. As kids, we all used to look up to the good guys. Superman, Batman, Power Rangers, Chuck Norris. They were all heroes who fought crime. But the main word in that sentence is that they all fought. These good guys we're supposed to look up to are just as violent and sometimes even more violent than the bad guys. Many violent crimes are perpetrated by the good guys whom kids have been taught to emulate. Even though we were taught not to hit or kick someone else, TV tells us it's okay to hit or roundhouse kick your brother to the head because you're the good guy and he's the bad guy. Television influences all of our lives, especially children's, but sometimes a little less is more, especially in the long run.
All right, the proposition is identified, but it's got the three components in it, so it's actually got multiple claims in it. You should save those just for the preview. You do have a good preview that makes it easy to follow. Also, you're doing very good signposting as you go through the presentation. You explain each of the points pretty well. You've got good evidence, I think, on the first point that deals with risk levels and tries to document how much the consequences are. It's a little inconsistent on how much the risk is and how big an impact it might have had, but you've got good authorities there, and you do provide studies that suggest a relationship there. On the second point, I think your evidence is also good, not quite as strong, and again, the impact information is a little bit of what's missing. We've got a lot of theory, a lot of explanation. We're looking at results frequently, but not necessarily results that you can show are caused by the particular activity you're talking about. The third point, I think, was the point that was least developed. There's a lot of information on this subject, and you've got a good explanation of the theory, but the notion that violence or aggressive behavior or crime has been affected by television, all you've got here is the speculative part, and there's a lot of qualified comments in the statements. You know, it may do this, it may do this, it may do this. And so, again, I think you're a little bit weaker in the evidence there. But you're very consistent about citing the sources, and I thought it was easy to follow and very clear what your position was. All right, thank you.